Top 5 Hotels in London. Warm welcome to viewers. Set the mood. London, a city of timeless elegance, royal traditions, cutting-edge modernity, and hidden luxuries. It's no surprise that London is home to some of the most iconic hotels in the world. Overview of what the audience can expect: a slow journey through history, design, luxury, and insider experiences of the 5 most remarkable hotels in London. Promise depth. By the end of this few minutes journey, you'll not only know the best hotels, but also understand why they are woven into the very identity of London itself. 1. The Savoy, London. Welcome to the Savoy. This is not just a hotel. It's a landmark, a storybook of London's glittering past and vibrant present. For over a century, the Savoy has stood proudly on the Strand, overlooking the River Thames, as a symbol of timeless elegance, luxury, and innovation. When you walk through its doors, you don't just enter a hotel, you step into a living piece of history, a place where kings and queens, legends and luminaries have left their mark. History and origins. The Savoy first opened its doors in 1889, built by impresario Richard D'Oyly Carte. Now, D'Oyly Carte wasn't just any man, he was the theatrical genius behind the productions of Gilbert and Sullivan. He envisioned a hotel like no other, a place where the grandeur of European luxury would meet the excitement of modern London. And he succeeded. The Savoy was the very first hotel in London to feature electric lighting, electric lifts, constant hot and cold running water, and even bathrooms en suite. Imagine that, in the late 19th century, when most people were still lighting candles and fetching water, guests of the Savoy were already enjoying modern conveniences. It wasn't just a hotel, it was a revolution in hospitality. Legends who stayed here. Over the decades, the Savoy became a magnet for the world's most famous figures. Winston Churchill held private lunches here. Marilyn Monroe lit up the lobby with her Hollywood charm. Frank Sinatra crooned in its elegant lounges. And writers like H.G. Wells and George Bernard Shaw found inspiration within these very walls. Each guest added another layer to the Savoy's tapestry of history. And when you walk its corridors today, you can almost feel their presence lingering in the air. Architecture and atmosphere. Let's pause for a moment and imagine ourselves stepping inside. The first thing you notice is the blend of Edwardian and Art Deco design. There's grandeur, but also intimacy. The soft glow of chandeliers, the polished marble, the deep carpets that hush your footsteps, it's as though the hotel whispers to you, "Welcome to another world." At the heart of the hotel lies the Thames Foyer. Picture this, a spectacular glass dome above, streaming natural light into a room filled with fresh flowers, gentle music, and the sound of tea being poured into fine china cups. It is here that the Savoy serves its legendary afternoon tea, an experience so refined, it feels like time itself slows down. Rooms and suites. Now, let's go upstairs. The Savoy offers over 260 rooms and suites, each with its own unique character. Some are classic Edwardian in style, others sleek Art Deco. But every detail is designed to transport you into a world of comfort and elegance. And then, of course, there's the Royal Suite. This isn't just accommodation, it's a palace in itself. Guests staying here enjoy their own butler, chauffeured Rolls-Royce, and perhaps the most breathtaking views of the Thames in all of London. From Tower Bridge to the London Eye, the city unfolds before you like a moving painting. Dining experiences. But the Savoy isn't only about sleeping in style, it's also about dining like royalty. The Savoy Grill, under the guidance of Gordon Ramsay, offers a menu that blends tradition with innovation. Dishes like beef Wellington and lobster thermidor are brought to life with modern flair. And finally, Casper's, with its Art Deco glamour and focus on seafood, adds a playful, contemporary touch to the hotel's culinary legacy. A living cultural icon. What truly makes the Savoy special is its role in culture. It has appeared in films, novels, songs, and stage plays. It's been celebrated in music by Noel Coward, it's been a backdrop for Hollywood, And even today, it remains an aspirational destination for travelers worldwide. The Savoy is not just a hotel you stay in, it's a place you experience. Imagine guest experience. Let's take a moment to imagine a day at the Savoy. You wake up in a plush bed, sunlight spilling over the Thames through your window. You head downstairs to breakfast, greeted by staff who know your name before you even say it. Later, you wander through Covent Garden or along the Embankment, only steps away from the hotel. By afternoon, you return for tea in the Thames foyer, where the pianist plays softly in the background. Evening arrives, and you dine in the Savoy Grill, flavors that have delighted guests for over a century. That's a day at the Savoy, not rushed, not hurried, but flowing with elegance, just like the Thames outside its windows. The Savoy is more than a hotel, it's a London institution. It has been here for more than 130 years, and it will still be here 130 years from now, welcoming new generations of dreamers, travelers, and legends. And that is why the Savoy takes its rightful place among the top 5 hotels in London. 2. Claridge's, London. Welcome to Claridge's, the jewel of Mayfair. If the Savoy is a story of theatrical brilliance, Claridge's is a story of royalty. For more than 200 years, this hotel has been the chosen retreat of kings, queens, and world leaders, a place where elegance is not performed, it is lived. Step through its revolving doors, and you don't just enter a hotel, you enter a sanctuary of timeless grace. The origins. Claridge's began its life in 1812, when William and Marianne Claridge ran a small, elegant boarding house at 51 Brook Street. Their reputation for excellence quickly spread through London's aristocracy. By 1856, they had expanded, and the hotel soon attracted the attention of Queen Victoria herself. The Queen loved Claridge's so much that she personally visited. From that moment forward, Claridge's became known as an annex to Buckingham Palace. And even today, it holds the unofficial title of London's Royal Hotel. The Royal Connection. Claridge's is unlike any other hotel when it comes to royal history. During World War II, when European monarchies were displaced by conflict, Claridge's became their refuge. Kings and queens from Greece, Norway, Yugoslavia, and beyond stayed here. And then, there's the famous story of Crown Prince Alexander of Yugoslavia, born at Claridge's in 1945. Winston Churchill himself declared Suite 212 Yugoslav territory for a single day, so the prince could be born on his homeland soil. Imagine that, an entire nation recreated inside a London hotel room. It's moments like this that make Claridge's not just a place of luxury, but a living chapter of history. Architecture and atmosphere. Now, let's look around. Claridge's is famous for its Art Deco interiors. Grand staircases with sweeping curves, mirrored walls that reflect soft golden light, and elegant crystal chandeliers. There's a harmony here between bold design and gentle comfort. The lobby feels like a stage set from the 1920s, a place where elegance dances with glamour. You might expect to see Audrey Hepburn or Cary Grant walk through the door at any moment. Claridge's is not loud in its luxury. Instead, it whispers. Every detail, from the crisp folds of linen to the discreet attentiveness of the staff, exudes understated perfection. The rooms and suites. Now, let's take a closer look at the rooms. Claridge's has over 190 rooms and suites, each a blend of tradition and modernity. Some are inspired by English heritage, with antique furniture and classic touches, while others feature sleek, contemporary lines designed by world-class architects. The Royal Suite, of course, stands above all. Here, history and luxury meet. Silk walls, antique treasures, and windows that look out over the rooftops of Mayfair. The suite has hosted heads of state, Hollywood legends, and yes, even members of the British royal family. Another highlight is the Art Deco suite, an homage to Claridge's most famous design era. Staying here feels like stepping back in time to the golden age of glamour. And then there are the more modern offerings, bespoke suites designed by David Lindley and other renowned designers, where comfort meets artistry. dining and afternoon tea. But no discussion of Claridge's is complete without its most iconic experience, afternoon tea. Served in the foyer and reading room, this tradition has been perfected over more than 150 years. Picture this: a gleaming silver teapot, delicate sandwiches of smoked salmon and cucumber, freshly baked scones with clotted cream and jam, and a selection of the finest teas from around the world. The atmosphere? A pianist playing softly in the background, waiters gliding silently between tables, and the gentle hum of conversation. It's an experience so quintessentially English that people travel across the world just to taste it. But afternoon tea is only the beginning. Claridge's also hosts some of London's most celebrated dining experiences. The Claridge's restaurant is a temple of culinary excellence, guest stories and celebrity culture. Claridge's has long been the hotel of choice for the rich and famous. Hollywood stars from Cary Grant to Angelina Jolie have stayed here. Fashion icons like Alexander McQueen, Donatella Versace, and Dior have all hosted shows or events within its walls. Everywhere you look, there are whispers of stories, romantic encounters, secret meetings, political discussions. But in true Claridge's style, discretion is paramount. What happens inside its walls stays there. The experience of staying at Claridge's. So, let's imagine a day here. You wake up in your suite, sunlight filtering through silk curtains. Downstairs, breakfast is served, perhaps fresh fruit, eggs cooked to perfection, or pastries that melt in your mouth. The day might take you shopping on Bond Street or exploring Hyde Park, both just a short walk away. And when you return, you're greeted by staff who remember your name, your preferences, even your favorite juice. By afternoon, you're seated in the foyer, enjoying afternoon tea as a harpist plays softly nearby. Every moment feels curated, effortless, and unforgettable. Claridge's legacy. Claridge's is not just a hotel, it's a tradition, an institution, a sanctuary for those who seek both privacy and prestige. It has survived wars, welcomed monarchs, adapted to changing times, and yet it has never lost its soul. It remains as it has always been, the essence of refined London living. This is why Claridge's rightfully holds its place among the top 5 hotels in London. It is a hotel where the past and the present merge seamlessly, where history breathes in every room, and where every guest, no matter who they are, becomes part of a legacy that stretches back 2 centuries. 3. The Ritz London. Welcome to the Ritz London. If the Savoy dazzled with theatrical brilliance, and Claridge's whispered with royal elegance, then the Ritz sings with pure grandeur. This is not just a hotel, it is a cultural icon. A place so woven into London's identity that even its name has become shorthand for luxury. Putting on the Ritz. Dressed to the Ritz. It all began here. Step into its world, and you will find yourself transported, not just to another era, but to another way of life. A vision of grandeur. The Ritz opened its doors in 1906, founded by César Ritz, the Swiss hotelier already famous for redefining luxury in Paris. His vision was bold, a hotel that combined the comfort of a private mansion with the grandeur of a royal palace. And so, in the heart of Piccadilly, the Ritz London was born. From the very beginning, it set the standard. This was the first hotel in Britain built entirely with a steel frame, a marvel of modern engineering. But beyond its structure, it offered something more intangible, an aura of sophisticated glamour that London had never seen before. Architecture and atmosphere. The Ritz is designed in the Louis XVI style, inspired by 18th century French architecture. Think ornate gilded ceilings, crystal chandeliers, and sweeping mirrors reflecting endless light. The moment you enter, you are enveloped by this golden world. The long gallery stretches ahead, lined with towering chandeliers, polished marble floors, and fresh flowers in ornate vases. Every detail feels intentional, designed to create an atmosphere not just of wealth, but of celebration. Rooms and suites. Now, let's explore the rooms. The Ritz has just over 100 rooms and suites, but each is a world unto itself. Unlike many modern hotels, the Ritz has remained faithful to its original vision. Every room is decorated in Louis XVI style, with gilded furniture, pastel-colored silk walls, marble fireplaces, and antique accents. The signature suites take this experience even further. The Prince of Wales Suite, for instance, is named after Edward VIII, who was a frequent guest. Staying here feels like inhabiting a royal apartment, complete with a grand dining room, private balcony, and personal butler service. From your window, you can gaze out over Green Park or Piccadilly, views that are as quintessentially London as they come. Dining at the Ritz. But if there is one element that defines the Ritz experience above all, it is dining. The Ritz restaurant, with its Michelin star, is often called the most beautiful dining room in the world. Step inside, and you'll understand why. Here, meals are not simply eaten, they are performed. From delicate amuse-bouches to perfectly executed soufflés, every plate is a work of art. Then, of course, there is afternoon tea at the Ritz. Perhaps the most famous tea service in the world. Served in the Palm Court, this experience is nothing short of magical. Imagine the soft notes of a string quartet playing in the background, waiters gliding gracefully between tables, trays of finger sandwiches, warm scones with clotted cream, and more than 20 varieties of tea poured into fine porcelain cups. It's a ritual, a tradition, and for many, a dream fulfilled. The Ritz Club and Nightlife. The Ritz is also home to exclusive spaces once reserved for the world's elite. The Ritz Club, with its private gaming rooms, was legendary for its discretion and opulence. Though its operations have evolved, the spirit of exclusivity remains. This is a place where London's elite gathered for decades. Cultural impact. Few hotels have influenced culture the way the Ritz has. The very phrase "putting on the Ritz" became a song, a film, and an expression that lives on worldwide. The Ritz has appeared in countless novels, movies, and television shows. It's not just a backdrop, it's a character in the story of London itself. Famous guests. Over the years, the Ritz has hosted everyone from Charlie Chaplin to Princess Diana, from Churchill to Elton John. In fact, Winston Churchill once remarked, "The Ritz is part of the fabric of British life." It has always been a place where the great and the good gathered, to dine, to celebrate, to scheme, to dream. The experience of staying at the Ritz. Let's pause and imagine ourselves here. You arrive in the evening, your taxi pulling up to the grand entrance. Uniformed doormen greet you by name, taking your luggage with effortless grace. You enter the lobby, the air filled with the scent of fresh flowers, the sparkle of chandeliers above. Your suite awaits, with silk drapes, antique writing desks, and a balcony overlooking the lights of London. Dinner is an event, perhaps Dover sole at the Ritz restaurant, paired with fine tea, followed by dessert so delicate it seems impossible to eat. Later, a nightcap in the Palm Court, where the music drifts softly through the air. And when you return to your suite, you find the bed turned down, slippers waiting by the side, and tomorrow's weather forecast neatly placed on your pillow. It's not just service, it's theater. And you are the guest of honor. Why the Ritz matters. What makes the Ritz unique is not simply its beauty, or its food, or even its history. It's the feeling it creates. A sense that, for a moment, you are part of something greater, something timeless. The Ritz is both a mirror and a stage. It reflects London's grandeur while offering you a chance to live it, even if only for a night. This is why the Ritz is not just a hotel. It is a legend. And it is why it rightfully holds its place among the top 5 hotels in London. 4. The Langham, London. If the Savoy dazzles with theatrical innovation, Claridge's radiates royal elegance, and the Ritz glows with grandeur, then the Langham tells another story altogether. This is the story of the world's first true grand hotel. Standing proudly since 1865, the Langham has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the whispers of artists and writers, and the transformation of London into a global capital. Step inside, And you don't just enter a hotel, you step into a living chronicle of Victorian ambition and modern sophistication. A grand beginning. The Langham was the brainchild of John Giles, who wanted to build something no one had ever seen before in London, a palace for travelers. When it opened, it had over 500 rooms, making it the largest hotel in the city, and one of the largest in the world. It was revolutionary. Guests marveled at its hydraulic lifts, its air circulation system, and its sheer scale. It was here that the very idea of the luxury hotel was defined. The Langham became a symbol of London's new confidence, a city on the move, brimming with progress. Literary legends and royalty. Over the decades, the Langham became the meeting place for minds that shaped literature and culture. Arthur Conan Doyle, creator of Sherlock Holmes, dined here often. In fact, it's said that part of A Study in Scarlet was written within these very walls. Mark Twain stayed here during his London visits. Oscar Wilde, too, was a frequent guest, adding his wit and charm to its halls. And of course, royalty and dignitaries from around the world found a home at the Langham. From Emperor Haile Selassie of Ethiopia to Princess Diana, its guest list reads like a who's who of history. Every corner of this hotel has absorbed their presence. Architecture and design. The Langham's architecture is Victorian at its heart, but it has evolved gracefully with the times. Its interiors today are a blend of 19th century grandeur and 21st century sophistication. Step into the lobby, and you'll see polished marble floors, high ceilings, and warm golden light spilling across carefully placed flowers. The feeling is at once stately and inviting, a balance few hotels manage to achieve. Rooms and suites. The Langham has nearly 380 rooms and suites, each one designed with elegance in mind. The Infinity Suite is the crown jewel. With 2 bedrooms, a private butler, a dining room, and views stretching across Regent's Park, it is more like a private residence than a hotel suite. The Sterling Suite is another marvel, 6 bedrooms, a grand piano, and an entire team of staff to cater to your every need. It has been described as a hotel within a hotel. Even the standard rooms, with their plush beds, soothing color palettes, and marble bathrooms, feel like a retreat from the city's energy outside. Dining experiences. Dining at the Langham is an event in itself. At the heart of it is Roux at the Landau, created in partnership with the legendary Roux family. Here, modern French cuisine meets British seasonal ingredients. The dining room, with its curved walls and dramatic windows, creates an atmosphere of intimacy and theater. Then there's the Wigmore, a modern British tavern with a playful twist, perfect for a relaxed evening with friends. And of course, afternoon tea at Palm Court. This tradition began at the Langham itself. It was the first hotel to popularize afternoon tea as a fashionable event. Even today, Palm Court is considered one of the finest tea rooms in the world. Imagine delicate pastries, sandwiches of smoked salmon and cucumber, and the gentle sound of a harp as you sip your tea beneath glittering chandeliers. A day at the Langham. Let's imagine it. You arrive in the afternoon. The doormen greet you with warm smiles, your luggage whisked away as you step into the cool marble lobby. Your suite awaits, airy, spacious, with views across London's skyline. You freshen up, then head down to Palm Court for the original afternoon tea, savoring warm scones and fragrant tea as a pianist plays softly nearby. Evening comes, and you find yourself at Roux at the Landau, enjoying dishes crafted with perfection. The next morning, you wake to breakfast in bed, sunlight spilling across Regent Street. Outside, London calls. Inside, the Langham cradles you in comfort. The Langham's legacy. For more than 150 years, the Langham has stood as a beacon of luxury. It has adapted, evolved, and reinvented itself, yet always stayed true to its spirit, a spirit of grand hospitality. It is not just a hotel. It is a pioneer. A place where history, art, and service converge. And that is why the Langham belongs among the top 5 hotels in London. 5. Claridge's, the timeless grandeur of Mayfair. Welcome to Claridge's, the final jewel in our exploration of London's most prestigious hotels. Nestled in the heart of Mayfair, Claridge's is not just a hotel, it is a living symbol of timeless British elegance, refined hospitality, and an enduring connection to royalty, fashion, and art. For over 200 years, this iconic establishment has been the favored residence of aristocrats, world leaders, and Hollywood legends alike. From the moment you step inside, you are transported into a world where history and modern luxury exist in perfect harmony. Claridge's has mastered the art of remaining classic while embracing change, making it one of the most beloved hotels in the world. The history of Claridge's. Claridge's story begins in 1812, when it was first established as a modest hotel. By the mid-19th century, William and Mary Ann Claridge transformed it into an elite destination, quickly becoming synonymous with style and grandeur. Queen Victoria herself was a regular guest, and from then on, Claridge's became known as an extension of Buckingham Palace. During World War II, the hotel famously hosted royalty in exile, including the kings and queens of Norway, Greece, and Yugoslavia. Legend has it that Winston Churchill even arranged for a suite to be declared Yugoslav territory so that a crown prince could be born on home soil. The design and atmosphere. Claridge's is an architectural masterpiece. Its defining aesthetic is Art Deco, beautifully preserved and enhanced over the decades. Every corner whispers refinement, the mirrored hallways, the sweeping staircases, and the sparkling chandeliers evoke the golden age of travel. Each of the 190 rooms and suites is unique, blending timeless glamour with modern comfort. Some suites are designed by world-renowned names like Diane von Furstenberg, reflecting a stylish harmony between fashion and hospitality. The Claridge's experience. The magic of Claridge's lies not only in its grandeur but also in its impeccable service. With a legendary ratio of staff to guests, the hotel offers a level of personalized attention rarely found elsewhere. From a dedicated butler to a discreet concierge, every detail is anticipated before you even think to ask. And then, of course, there is the afternoon tea, a quintessential London experience perfected at Claridge's. Served in the elegant foyer and reading room, with the gentle sounds of a live pianist, the tradition of delicate finger sandwiches, warm scones, and exquisite pastries has been delighting guests for over 150 years. Dining at Claridge's. Food at Claridge's is nothing short of extraordinary. The hotel is home to Claridge's Restaurant, a showcase of fine dining with a contemporary flair, where seasonal British ingredients are elevated into unforgettable dishes. The Claridge's in the world of fashion. Claridge's has long been intertwined with the fashion world. Designers, supermodels, and celebrities often make the hotel their London home during Fashion Week. With its impeccable taste and understated luxury, Claridge's embodies the same qualities celebrated on the runway: elegance, detail, and timeless style. Why Claridge's is unforgettable. So, what makes Claridge's one of the top 5 hotels in London? It is not simply the luxury, the history, or the design, it is the essence of timelessness. Claridge's represents London at its most elegant, a city steeped in tradition, yet alive with modern energy. To stay here is to step into a world where the past and present meet seamlessly, offering an experience that is not only luxurious but unforgettable. Claridge's is more than a hotel, it is a legend, a sanctuary, and a living piece of London's soul. For those who seek the very best, Claridge's remains an eternal invitation to experience the grandeur of Mayfair. And there you have it, the top 5 hotels in London. From the timeless elegance of the Ritz, to the riverside glamour of the Savoy, the royal tradition of the Dorchester, the pioneering spirit of the Langham, and the timeless grandeur of Claridge's, each hotel tells its own story of luxury, history, and unforgettable hospitality. Thank you for joining us on this journey through London's finest. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible travel documentaries. Until next time, may your travels be as extraordinary as the places we've explored today.